Hello and welcome to our video about managing worries. This week we're going to dive into the world of worries and find out what they are and how they impact on how we feel and what we do. So, what is worrying? Well, first of all, it's a very normal process. Everybody worries sometimes. Worrying can actually be quite useful. If we didn't worry about certain things, then we wouldn't revise for that important exam, for example, or leave the house on time to catch the bus. Sometimes, however, worrying too much can become a problem. Sometimes people spend all day worrying about the same things, so much so that they can't concentrate on anything else. This much worrying isn't very useful. So, our aim here is to learn some new strategies to help send worries away. This might sound difficult, but actually, some of those worries just aren't worth worrying about, and we're going to show you how. First things first, we need to get to know our worries. So we're going to learn about the two different types, and then we're going to write our worries down. This will help us understand more about what exactly we're worrying about, when, and for how long. This 2.5-minute video explains really well how worries can take over. So pause this video, click on the link and give it a watch, as we'll be referring to it in the next part of the video. We hope you enjoyed the video and now understand a little bit more about how worries work. Like the character in the video, have you ever stopped and noticed what happens when you feel worried? Our character was noticing and experiencing lots of different things, including thoughts, behaviours, feelings, and physical sensations. Sometimes we don't realise it, but that funny feeling in our tummy, recurring thought, or sadness are actually symptoms of worry. There is a tool that we use in cognitive behavioural therapy to understand how all these things can be very much linked to each other. Here you can see an example of that tool, which is called a hot cross bun. In the different circles, we write down our thoughts, feelings, physical sensations, and behaviours. This helps us understand what's happening in our head and body when we're in a difficult situation. Let's have a look at the hot cross bun of the character from the video. We can see some of his thoughts, which are, why hasn't she texted me back? Is she mad at me? I don't have enough time to do that. They'll get mad at me. I don't want to let them down. I can't deal with this. Some of his feelings might be feeling stressed, overwhelmed, stuck, hopeless, and worried. Some of his physical sensations might be shortness of breath, sweaty and hot, shaky, nauseous, and his behaviours are avoiding doing his work and talking with his friends. The arrows show how all of these things are connected. Seeing it all together in a hot cross bun makes us realise just how much worrying can affect us. Do you feel, think, or experience similar things to these when you're worried? It might be a good idea to do your own hot cross bun next time you worry about something. So, as shown in the video, we need to differentiate between types of worry. We can have practical worries and hypothetical or let go worries. Practical worries are those that we can do something about. These are worries that we can solve. In the video, the character realised that his worry about the exam was a practical one, so he made a plan of how he was going to revise that weekend. Hypothetical or let go worries are those which we can't do anything about. In the video, the character realised that his worry about his friend messaging him back was something he couldn't solve. Worries like these, we have to try and let go. Before we give you some tips and tools on dealing with worries, it's really important to understand all we can about them first. Keeping a diary will help with this. Writing our worries down and detailing the time and date, the situation it occurred in, what the worry was, and finally identifying whether it's a practical or hypothetical worry can be really useful. It can help us see any patterns with our worrying, like a particular time of day or a place that makes us worry more. And knowing what type of worry it is will help us choose the right tool for dealing with it. So this week, if you find yourself worrying, try to keep a worry diary to get to know your worries and better understand them. Join us next week for the next episode of Managing Your Worries, where we'll be looking at some examples of worry diaries, learning some techniques on how to manage them, and introduce the idea of worry time. Thanks for watching.